Yes!
Yes, welcome back to the Ultimate Manager Summoning Ritual. But we'll get to that in a minute. There's a volcano to explore. Oh my gosh, Rapidash up to the top!
Ah!
New Pokemon everywhere!
Oh my god, there's so many Pokemon!
Throw an apple into the volcano! Something comes out! I remember! I don't remember what, but something. Maybe you gotta throw a Pester Ball. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a Pester Ball into there to get the Mew signal.
Alright, I'm gonna tell a long story. I've been holding off on this story. You're gonna just excitedly talk about what you're doing, and I'm gonna not excitedly, talk about this incredible day I had last week. That... Amarith, what are you doing?
I'm killing Vulpix.
Yeah, apparently. Okay. So, I've talked about my friend Bill a lot on the show. Old Man Bill. He's 70-something years old. He's got post-polio syndrome from having 2 different strains of polio as a kid. Because there were 3 strains of polio, and you could get infected with multiples of them. And before the vaccine came out, he got 2. And he's been disabled his entire life to one degree or another. Somehow he's ancient. He's the oldest surviving person with more than one instance of post-polio syndrome. And I think he's the oldest one left. There might be 1 or 2 left that are older than him still.
And also, one of, the 3
in Las
people,
Vegas.
Which I know the other 2, so...
Yeah. No, there are about a dozen in Las Vegas that have post-polio syndrome of just one kind. Because, is that going to turn him into is he going to evolve? Yeah!
There we go.
Well, you got your first try. At least you got some points for it. You got a new Pokemon type. Apple? Yeah, that's going to be a Moltres, isn't it?
Yep. Come on, do the thing. You motherfucker, why did you...
Yeah! Look at that Firebird. Okay, I was telling a story. Bill needs help with stuff. I cannot, in good faith, tell Bill, go pay a plumber to do something. So he had some plumbing work he needed done. Actually, this is the main part of the story. He had a sink faucet he needed replaced. And so I went to replace his sink faucet, and it was awful because his house is 35 years old, so everything was stuck. I ended up having to destroy the old faucet from above, by actually prying it off of the counter and peeling it away so that I could get one set of tools on the top of it and one set of tools underneath of it to start turning the nuts loose on it.
Yeah, you
and
nut.
The entire job ended up taking about 3 hours. The supply hoses that go from the wall to the sink were old, so I had to go to the hardware store to get new ones. Oh, the worst part is one of the angle stops didn't hold. The things that you turn to shut the water off to that specific thing.
At the valve, underneath
at the wall. Yeah, underneath the sink, the little valves you turn off. One of them didn't hold, so I had to go out to the street to turn it off. And it took a while. It was taking a while to drain, so I went in his backyard. I threw a hose into his pool and turned it on. And you're gonna say, now, John the Branch, I hope you went back and remembered to turn it back. And I did. I went back and I turned it back off. After, it took a couple of attempts because it turned out the valve at the street, at the meter.
Yeah.
That was a weird valve that you have to turn more than 90 degrees to close. You have to turn it 180 degrees to close, which is just strange. Because that means mechanically something is weird inside that valve. It's more than just the thing you're holding on top is directly connected to a thing you know what I mean. So there's some extra mechanism there. There's some machine inside there. Anyway, so the second time when I actually got the water off, I went outside. I would remember to go outside and close the hose off. But then I came back inside after I got the supply hoses off. It was leaking because the water level in the pipes in the house was still too high. So I went back outside and opened the hose back up so it could continue draining the house back down, right?
Right.
And that is when I forgot to go back out a 4th time to shut it back off afterwards. Because, in between then and when I got done, I had to come back. I had to go to the hardware store, pick up supply hoses. I had to come back and bring everything together, go to the street, turn it back on. So it had been an hour or 2 since I had last opened that hose up, and I just completely forgot that 3rd trip out in the backyard. So, yeah. Oh, a little aside. hardware stores are a nightmare right now, still.
Why
At
is
least
that?
the Home Depot is. Because no one social distances at the hardware store. At least not at the Home Depots in Las Vegas. Nobody's social distancing. Nobody's wearing masks. The store's not enforcing masks. So every time you go up to something like, say, oh, I need fittings. I need plumbing fittings. There's always 10 people standing around in a tight pack. None of them with a mask on. Scratching their heads. Not taking, oh, we got a new place. Amarith, you're doing really good when I just sit here and rant.
Yeah.
I should monologue more. So, yes. The hardware store sucked. It was bad. In fact, I talked to Bill about it afterwards, but the important part of this part of the story is John the Branch forgot to turn the hose water off. So the next day, I'm getting ready for my match, my Link to the Past randomizer match in this tournament that I'm in. Ooh, you totally could have gotten a good shot of that, Bulby. Whatever.
No, it's that you need to hit him.
And I get a call from Bill. And, you know, he's an old man, so he panics easy. John, you have to go to my house right away. Something's wrong. Oh no, is something flooding? Did something break? Ooh. I forget what the shelter sign means. Does it mean you can hit the shelter sign in it? Oh, it just means shelters pop up here. You're not that interested in the shelter? Oh, you can get him. Do you have to get the shelters too? Oh,
Also,
I see. So we're just gonna come back for the shelters because right now we just want to get this slow bro. Well, whatever. There's gonna be 10 trips here, right?
yeah, exactly. there's so many.
So I finally got him to say, I got it through. He said the backyard's flooding, and I said, "Oh shit, did I leave the hose on?" And I racking my brain. No, I went back out there and turned it off because my brain completely deleted that third trip I took out of there. Or else I would have called them and said, "Hey, I left the hose on." Oh, that's
Damn
right.
it.
That's the shiny magic carp.
Gotta get the shiny.
I would have said, "Damn it!" So, but an hour before my race, I have scheduled, and people are commenting. You know,
people are waiting on you.
Yeah, people are actually planning on watching this. This is not something I can just say, call the guy and say, "Hey, can we delay this?" It's gonna seriously fuck up some people's days if I have to cancel or postpone this race or forfeit even. So I say, oh, Bill, let me call your wife because he wasn't at home. It turned out his wife had gone outside and seen that there was water in the backyard. And indeed, I did leave that hose on in the back like a goddamn idiot.
Because sometimes you're just an idiot.
Sometimes you're just an idiot. And, yeah, she turned it off, and I was just so panicked. In fact, I still haven't cashed the check because he paid me for the whole job. Or not cashed the check. I haven't deposited the check. I keep forgetting to go to the bank.
Deal, just different.
I forget how you get over there. But
well, you need the
pester ball.
Yeah. You need the fuck with them ball.
So,
which we should be getting soon.
So yeah, I've been saying so yeah a lot. This story.
Like.
I haven't been doing that a whole lot. I've been very consciously staying away from the likes, but not the comments.
No, the subscribes. Yeah.
Don't forget to smash that bell because we think you're too stupid to use a subscription feed. It turned out I didn't do any damage, but there was about a day and a half where I was panicked that I was going to be...
That's fucking good.
I was going to be digging in his backyard and fixing plants or something. It turns out it barely got the ground wet. They caught it really early. The pool was barely overflowing when his wife got out there and spotted it, and it was a crisis averted. But it was one of those things that just, you know, hey, you're about to do this stressful thing of playing a competitive video game where your tournament life is on the line.
But just so you know,
let's toss some extra stress at you first.
Let's make this as horrible as possible.
In fact, I went to bed that night scared because it was too dark by the time I got done with the race to ask them to go outside and see how wet it was. But the next morning, it was fine. But, you know, I didn't know it was going to be fine. I could have done thousands of dollars of water damage, right?
And the hope is that always, no, I didn't.
So let me tell you the best part of this story, Amarith. Now that I've told you the red herring part of the story about flooding Bill's backyard. Bill, it stuck in his mind that I was complaining about just how awful it is to go into a Home Depot these days during the COVID times, especially compared to the once or twice I've been in Lowe's, and it's been the polar opposite. You know what I mean? People are spread apart. Everyone's wearing masks. Someone isn't wearing a mask. An employee's asking them to put their mask back on. Bill went back to that same Home Depot and just sat in the parking lot for half an hour while his wife... Nice! Pester ball! Yay. Excellent. Sat in the parking lot and watched and saw, people going in and out without masks on. Sees a manager out on a smoke break. Honks at the manager. He knows the manager. He says, "Hey, why is no one wearing a mask?" And the manager says, "You know what? I'm gonna finish the story next time on the branch. You're waiting for me. Sorry."
No, I mean, yeah, however you want to do it.
Okay, you know what? Take one more trip down something, and we can end the episode in the middle of the run.
This'll work.
Okay, yeah, just take a trip. Well, you know what? We can just have a 13-minute episode.
Yeah,
who cares?
Just do it.
Yeah,
just fucking do it.
So Bill gets from the guy, I do not feel obligated to make people wear masks. I am doing the bare minimum. Our employees are wearing masks. If I catch them not wearing a mask, I tell my employees to not. Otherwise, I don't care. COVID is this whole COVID thing is a myth or a hoax or whatever, and I don't give a damn. That's basically it. So Bill lives like a short walk from the governor's house.
Because,
and he's friends with our governor.
Because
our state's governor. Because old people, and he's a charmer. Bill is one of those people, he's like me, dialed up to 11 in the regards of he'll talk to anyone, he'll strike up a conversation with anyone. He wants to know every human being he can in life. Other human beings are Bill's favorite part of life. So, he's just a very chatty, congenial guy. So yeah, he told the governor, and apparently something might actually come of that. I don't know. But, yeah, fun times. So yeah, he didn't summon the manager of the store, he summoned the manager of the state. And who knows if anything will actually come of it, because you have to prove stuff, and, it's just, it's not super likely.
I'm trying to remember how to fucking hatch that thing.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
It's just been too long. It's been a while.
It's been much too long. Oh, see, I was going straight into the Daft Punk, and you were going into the...
Been a while.
Yeah, who did that song?
While.
Was that Nickelback? I don't know who did the It's Been a While song. What are we just throwing pester balls at everyone?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know what? We're still going to be throwing pester balls at everyone next time on the branch, so...
Are we?
Yeah, unless something insanely interesting happens. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Try and get the Pikachu to fucking... Hey!
Next time on the branch.